Alright, redneck, welcome to Banner World. Big up Liquid Richard. Perma-ban his bitch ass. Seriously, fuck you. If you continue to say Richard, whether you're a sub or not,
I'm just gonna get rid of you for 24 hours.
I'm banning anybody trying to give me advice. Alright, ban everybody. Hey everybody. Do I like prawns? No, I don't eat any kind of seafood. Let's see, did you ever think Dark Souls would be as important to you as it is today? I did not. I hated this game when I first played it. Distinct! Hey Jordy, can you wish my dad Shane a happy birthday? Happy birthday, Shane! 62 is probably longer than I'll make it. Thank you for the $20 donation, Distinct, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What thoughts on DSP's WWE controversy? I think we talked about that last stream. I think it's obvious he played WWE champions, or at least some sort of like microtransaction game after his, you know, tax bill got leaked. Not tax bill, but bank account information. At this point, he should just come clean so he can legally use them as tax write-offs. Thoughts on Chris Chan getting felony charges? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the most about Chris Chan other than like he's like on the hook for statutory rape of his mother, which I think he's in one of the Virginias, either Western or regular Virginia. And whatever state that is, incest is illegal. So he has two charges. He has incest and he has statutory rape, and maybe a third charge of elderly abuse. You know, so like I think it's pretty common to say that if you have those kind of charges, you're going to go to trial. The key thing with like Chris Chan is he's legitimately mentally ill. Like he's not even like playing around. It's not like, you know, like me for example. Like the whole meme is like I got 62 IQ. Chris Chan might actually be a 62 IQ person. He wanted a boyfriend-free girl, but he wanted a girl all of his own. I got you. They don't make those anymore, right? There's like 7.5 billion people on the planet. You can't find one female that isn't already attached. Dude, if you could just simply fix your addiction, there would be no addiction, right? Like the answer to not being alcoholic is just stop drinking, right? But, you know, as simple as the answer is, there's a whole lot of variables that go with it. Well, the whole thing I was trying to get at is, like, the simple answer is just don't drink. You won't be an alcoholic. But, like, it's a lot more complex than that. You got chemical balances, you got body cravings, you got willpower, you got, you know, internal trauma. There's a whole slew of things that go into why somebody drinks, right? Because a lot of people drink to cover up the pain, right? They don't want to be lucid enough to realize what kind of situation their life is in, or have to think about something. You know, and Phil, wow. And I don't know I don't know this for sure, but like outside looking in, it looks like Phil gets drunk and plays gacha games, and while he's drinking and playing gacha games, it kind of like makes him make bad choices. Like spend $110.99 over and over and over again. But you know, I don't have no ill will, and I'm not gonna sit here create videos or talk shit. I mean, like, I understand it. Honest question: over the years, of streaming career has become less and less lucrative. Say 2 or 3 more years from now, there will be no longer a substitute. Do you have any sort of plan B? Nope.
Win the lottery.
I don't even play the lottery.
I know.
Like, I look at the lottery as like a poor person tax.
Funny. We ain't rich.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay the taxes for being poor either. Espern, dude, welcome back. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it, buddy. Did you know that in my car, but I check Phil's itinerary? Dude, they're talking about DSP hard right now. Like I've watched a couple of Phil videos on my chat. Like people have like paid me to like react to some of Phil's videos. And like since then my YouTube pops a Phil video up every now and then. So apparently he's having a bad week. I've learned this from like thumbnails. And a lot of people get overjoyed by somebody else's suffering. And like if you do that, if you find yourself like sitting in your room being happy that somebody else is suffering in the world, you should probably reevaluate your life. That's not something that's conductive to being a healthy, happy person. There's a saying, cutting somebody else's light off doesn't make your light shine any brighter. Whether Phil or not deserves, it isn't your call, right? If you're unhappy with the way somebody is, you know, dealing the hand that they're dealt, don't watch them. Don't watch it, don't interact. Because if you find yourself like reveling in somebody else's sorrow, that makes you a bad person. I understand your point, but Phil blocked me for bringing up 1 Minute Man to pretend he's getting donations. Dude's sad as fuck. Let me tell you, Kyle, thank you for the $10, by the way. Let me tell you a story about Jordy. When I was a young man and I first started driving, it always bothered me when somebody would pass me. Like, yeah, I would take offense that I was doing, like, somebody was so in a hurry that they thought what I was doing was wrong, right? It upset me on a physical level. And as I got older and my hormones calmed down, it doesn't bother me anymore. You got to kind of look at what you got to kind of stop and think about what you're doing. And I know it's harder when you're young because like your body's controlled by chemicals more so than reasoning. Just stop and think about what you're doing. Like, is this the hill you want to die on? Another story, unrelated. Same concept, though. There was a guy in Conway here who shot a Hardee's employee because they gave him a medium sweet tea instead of a large sweet tea, and he paid for a large sweet tea. So now homie is going to be in jail for a long motherfucking time over a $1.25 glass of sweet tea. I understand that you feel like Phil wronged you, but you're actually letting him win by putting so much effort into his life. I don't agree with DSP being a trash human being. I don't agree with that at all. And the reason I don't agree with that is, has he done, you know, scummy things? Sure. I'll agree to that. But there's so much worse out there in life. So much worse. If you think a guy playing video games and, you know, is the epitome of evil and what's wrong with this planet, this world's going to shock you when you're actually out in it. He's stealing money from his fans. What are you talking about? I think I wouldn't consider what he's doing is stealing, right? Because at no point is he physically taking it from people. People are willingly giving it to him, regardless if he's misleading you or not, right? But why don't you, in that same vein, like Ice Poseidon literally pumped and dumped a $500,000 crypto coin on his fan base. Where's the outcry there? That shit lasted like a day. To me, that's stealing more than what DSP does. I just admitted that like it's some crime. Like I've said before, and I spoke out about it before. I thought it was morally wrong what DSP did with his taxes, right? But I understand it because he's a person suffering from an addiction. But me, as a person, it's not my job to police him. That's his wife's job. That's between him and his wife and maybe a therapist. And honestly, do you think people going into DSP's chat and sit there talking about WWE champions is going to make him change? Normally when you corner somebody, they just clam up. Esper, dude, thank you for the, I don't know how much that is, but thank you for the donation. Why waste money on something you drive twice a week? I like it. It's what makes me happy. Because realistically, driving makes me happier than playing video games does. And people always ask me, well, why don't I play racing games? Not the same thing. I like the actual feel of driving. Like I like the feel of I like the smell of leather seats. I like the feel of a leather steering wheel. I love the sound of an engine. Like that stuff makes me happy. Yeah, Kelly is lost right at 50 pounds. I keep getting on to Kelly though because she's developing a problem and she doesn't see it as a problem. Kelly, come here, baby. Kelly, come here for a second. What's your game plan for eating today?
I'm gonna eat sensible dinners.
What's the game plan you told me?
My game plan I told you was I was drinking water and eating Big Red all day.
Her idea of eating today is chewing Big Red gum and drinking water. And I'm telling her that's bad. That's literally how you become bulimic or anorexic. Because like she does weigh-ins once a week at Weight Watchers, and she's so worried about that number going up and down. When I'm trying to tell her like being healthy is the real thing. Like you should be doing it to make yourself happy, not for number and not for perception.
They seem to be on my side about this.
These people also believe the women in magazines are real. Yeah, I just don't want her to get an eating complex based off numbers and weight.
Too late.
You make fun of this. This could kill you. I understand what I can do can kill me too. I know I'm being
hypocritical. You realize
hypocritical.
eating can kill me too, right? Like.
Right.
At least my casket would be smaller. They charge by square inches. It'd be cheaper.
I know fasting one day a week is not going to kill you. Like, do what you're doing it just this day, but like, this is like your game plan every week, right around weigh-in day. My point is, like, you're being dishonest with yourself. Like, why don't you go sit in a sauna before the weigh-in day? Like, you're obsessed over the number. A number means nothing. That number means nothing.
Everything.
Trolls had to go out of the way to derail you. RTU says it best about Phil. He is not self-aware. He cries about the trolls for 30 minutes. He's going to do it today. Dude, Kyle, thank you for the $20. Thank you, dude. I let myself get derailed all the time by the trolls. I'm not trying to tear her down. I'm trying to let her see that the last thing she wants to do is create an eating disorder for herself.
Can I tell her what you said so now like I have to just
What did I say?
or mute it so I can tell you first?
Sure. I mean, they'll make that into something worse.
That's why I was asking.
Why mute? Because like people take stuff out of proportion. I basically told her that she's never going to be like this ideal woman because she is who she is, right? And I use the idea of Oprah behind it. Like Oprah has billions of dollars with a B, billions. And Oprah has gained weight and lost weight multiple times. And I bring Oprah up because she has enough money to literally hire people year-round to personally feed her. And she struggles with weight loss because, like, you are who you are at the end of the day. And it's not to put somebody down. It's not to say you can't do something. It's more of, like, accept who you are and try to do the best with the hand that you're dealt. Ideal might be the wrong thing. I mean, see, like I said, this is why I didn't want to say anything about it. Because you guys take it the wrong way. Maybe I can tell another story. Go ahead and double down on this. When I was in middle school, there was this girl. I won't say her name, but she was just a skinny girl, whatever it might be. But one day in class, she just passed out. Right? She's fell out. They had the fire department come get her. She had to go to the hospital, and it came out later that she wasn't eating. Right? She would actually purge, and this is, you know, we're in like 6th grade here or some shit like that. This is a 6th grade girl with an eating disorder. You know, so like flash forward 20 years, and flash forward 20 years, she's on my Facebook friends list now, and she's a big girl. I mean, like, you can't fight nature is what I'm trying to say. You are who you are as a person. You just got to do the best of the hand that you're dealt. Dude, Kelly's not in any trouble with creating an eating disorder currently. The idea is I'm against her using like Big Red and water as a long-term diet plan. Grayson's doing well, but he's still having trouble passing a lot of urine. I'm under the impression he has like a UTI, and he also has a little bit of kennel cough going on right now because he's been in the hospital so many times this last week. I think he caught something from somewhere. So like our game plan with Grayson currently is we watch him. I just gave him his anti-spasm medicine. We're probably going to feed him like here soonish, and give him a little bit of his pain medicine, because we give half a capsule of pain medicine every time we feed him. And then just keep watch of him. Like like what I do is about every 4 or 5 hours I fill his bladder and see if it's hard or not, or if it's full. And if it's full and he doesn't pee, I kind of help him pee by like massaging his bladder while he's in the litter box. And later on today, I'm probably going to do the apple cider vinegar treatment. Or I ran it by my vet and they said it would be fine. Apple cider vinegar is a little more acidic. And it'll also change the pH balance in his urine. Hopefully, if there's any kind of like crystals that are semi-blocking him, it'll hopefully take care of that. The problem is getting a cat to take in apple cider vinegar. You kind of like got to syringe it down their throat.
Так дайте пацанам посчитать потери. Суммы нули погибают на сцене. Снова один, прогуляюсь без тени. Заливаю лик, поцелуй на шею. Как дома, правый назад, черный каскад. Вижу твой взгляд, степь многоярд.